What's up everybody, it's the Red Swish here with my first player review of 2K21, and who better to kick us off than arguably the greatest of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I was lucky to pack this card, and around the time of recording this video he's going for about 70,000 MT, which is quite a bit in the early stages of my team. As you can see from looking at the stats, a few things stand out, notably his insane athleticism with a 93 speed stat and 97 vertical. The defensive stats are fantastic too, and just looking at the card you can tell that he will excel when the gameplay starts up. Badge wise, his card actually has one Hall of Fame badge and fast break finisher, and a bunch of gold slashing and defensive badges to help make him a two-way menace. I was playing the My Team limited mode with him where basically everyone had a low 3-point rating, so keep in mind he didn't have ideal spacing around him during this review. Getting into the gameplay, he definitely has some strengths, such as his ability to finish in transition and if he has a running start to the rim. There's lots of times where MJ would pull off a ridiculous dunk when given the time, and with his speed and athleticism he was always the first one down the court and got a lot of easy buckets that way. He made sharp cuts, and due to his great defense, which we'll get to in a second, he was able to get lots of fast break points, as you can see here with another ridiculous dunk that he pulls off. I was able to hit a few mid-range jumpers as well to round out his offensive game, although it definitely was an inconsistent weapon in his arsenal. The athleticism translated well to the defensive end, where he clamped up basically every card in front of him, contesting every shot and forcing pickups a large percentage of the time. As I said before, this led to baskets on the other end quite a bit, and at some points MJ felt like the best perimeter defender in the game during my time using him. I didn't finish many games with him in the starting lineup, as my opponent usually was left frustrated by the fact that they couldn't get any shots off and would leave the game more often than not. His athleticism helped on the glass too, where I found he grabbed his fair share of boards to help the team. Whether it was rotating on closeouts, forcing terrible shots, or reading the passing lanes, the other team's offense was never safe with this card roaming around. This card is definitely not perfect though, and that showed in his inability to hit jumpers as well as any shot that was contested. A low 69 rating and no 3-point hotspots meant I bricked every single 3 I took, and most of my attacks to the rim and the half court were met by a wall of defenders that MJ could not score through. I did force the action a few times to see if we could trigger any contact animations, but I had no luck. I'm sure in a different game mode with better floor spacers around him he'd do a little bit better, but it was discouraging to see him miss as many layups as he did. Overall, for the price that this card is and at this stage of the game, I wouldn't advise you spending your MT on him unless you're a huge MJ fan, as new content will be out constantly and this price will drop quite a bit over the next week or so. He was a decent scorer and an excellent defender, but I used Ruby Tony Allen as well, and I didn't feel much of a difference outside of hitting a few more mid-range shots for Jordan. But hey, that's just my opinion, and like I said, I did use him in the limited mode, which meant he didn't have the greatest supporting cast behind him. But thanks for watching this review. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.